Hello everyone, in today's video, I'll be jumping into the first episode in my brand new series, Sharpshooter Rivals. It's always a good time here, so smash that like button and subscribe for more fun and informative videos here at Sharpshooter Wrestling. These two superstars of the squared circle had levels of success that most performers wish they could achieve. While one loved cooking, the other loved stomping mud holes. Their confidence, bravado, and mic skills were always neck and neck. One was a Brahma bull, and the other a Texas rattlesnake. Clearly I'm talking about the people's champion, The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now 1996 was a big year for both these two superstars. Stone Cold having a character arc culminating by winning the King of the Ring tournament and delivering a blockbuster of a pipe bomb at his coronation ceremony. Steve Austin opened his reign as king, and his first proclamation was to get Jake the Snake Roberts out of his ring. He went on to then very bluntly put the whole locker room on notice, including the WWF champion, telling them they are all on his list, and he's going to run through each and every single one of them all the way to the WWF championship title. That list also included a young Rocky Maivia, an eager upstart blue chip prospect, who would be making his WWF debut at the Survivor Series in Madison Square Garden, New York City. Exploding through the curtain with a big smile and a boatload of enthusiasm, an eager young Rocky Maivia would shine bright on that night. A star was in the making, there was no denying that. He carried himself then like he does now, full of pride and confidence. Rocky Maivia would have a memorable breakout moment as he was able to overcome a 2-1 disadvantage and pull through and defeat Goldust and Crush, thus being the sole survivor, picking up the victory for him and his team. This would be just a glimmer of light from the megastar Rocky would turn into. On the very same night, Austin would meet his arch nemesis, Bret Hitman Hart. Those two would tear the roof off of Madison Square Garden and put a 5-star classic match on, in my opinion, of course. Was this match a 5-star? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Austin would lose to the Hitman on that fateful night, but he did prove to everyone in attendance that he was one of the most ruthless and toughest SOBs out there. He also proved he was one hell of a professional wrestler. Rocky Maivia and Steve Austin were both on their respective roads to finding their true characters. With a little patience from the higher-ups, destiny would soon come calling. With Austin's big breakout moment at the King of the Ring tournament being done and gone, and his red-hot feud with Bret Hart cooling, he would need a next chapter, and that next chapter would show itself in the form of a babyface turning feud with his boss, the evil Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Meanwhile, Rocky Maivia wouldn't be getting over with the crowd, so he ended up pulling a heel turn and joined the Nation of Domination as The Rock, an overconfident heel persona who referred to himself in the third person, full of witty punchlines, catchphrases, and promos. This is what proved to be a major factor in the WWE faithful getting behind the young star. Vince McMahon was in need of a dominant heel presence to represent him and the corporation, but The Rock was on fire after turning face and leaving the Nation of Domination. So you could see how it would be an incredible surprise when The Rock turned heel and joined Vince in the corporation. This all lined up perfectly for Austin to have a memorable blockbuster Wrestlemania match. The Rock on the highest of highs being the WWF champion and having Vince in his corner, but along came the newly turned babyface, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Fresh off his win against his longtime rival, Bret Hart, Austin was looking to take the gold away from The Rock, adding another reign as champion to his career. Wrestlemania 15 would mark the first of 3 iconic matches between The Rock and the Texas Rattlesnake at Wrestlemania, and in the process, it would also mark the start of their long, epic rivalry. And in the mega heel fashion, Vince McMahon would try and screw Austin, but somehow he would come out on top, dethroning the corporate champion, and in the process, walking out of Wrestlemania 15 as the new WWF champion. Meanwhile, The Rock would end his run as a heel, and he would be on his new path as a babyface. It would be 2 years from Wrestlemania 15 when these two would collide for the most coveted prize in all of WWE. The chemistry and passion these two unleashed on each other was an undeniable, mind-blowing, vicious display of efforts. I'm riddled with goosebumps and excitement, even today as I look back and rewatch this classic match. These were the 2 biggest names in the business, right there gunning at the number 1 ranked position in the company. Neither one of them wanted to be number 2, so that fighting competitive spirit was at an all-time high. Austin wanted to beat him professionally, but more importantly, he needed to beat him personally. On the Rock side of things, his mind wanted to be the one leading the pack, so he wanted to beat Stone Cold. Direct quote from The Rock, "I didn't want to be second when I knew first was available. It was the perfect matchup, history in the making event." The collision course these two superstars have been on has been one hot damn good ride so far. We would be in for another twisted chapter as the ending to the match saw an unthinkable turn of events. After The Rock delivered a people's elbow, then he followed that up with a cover. Vince then pulled The Rock off of Austin, breaking the count. The Rock then chases Vince around the ring, running right into Austin, who was waiting with malintent to hit The Rock with a rock bottom. After a vicious low blow, Austin pointed to Vince to get a chair. Austin would then hold up The Rock while Vince smashed him and gave The Rock a good taste of that steel chair. Rock would kick out at a count of 2. After that, Austin went nuts, hitting The Rock with a stunner, a chair shot to the head, 5 disgusting, sickening, bone-breaking chair shots to the ribs, and just to make sure Rock wouldn't kick out, Austin then proceeded to deliver 11 more unforgiving chair shots to the body of The Rock. All of this to ensure The Rock would lose his title and Austin and McMahon would walk out with the WWF title and the victory. It was most impressive, but personally, I'm shocked. Although some do say that this was the best WrestleMania match ever. Do you? Let me know in the comments. It was all but said and done, but we wouldn't see these two collide again until WrestleMania 19. WWE Creative wanted to have one last WrestleMania match between the two to complete the trifecta of matches. The Hollywood heel returning for his payback against the Texas Rattlesnake would finally happen. It was an epic clash of iconic proportions. Oh, hell yeah, it was. In front of 55,000 people, in the closing moments of the match, The Rock would fight off any late-stage rally from Austin and hit him with 3 thunderous rock bottoms, thus ensuring the Rattlesnake would leave his shoulders pinned firmly on the canvas for a full 3 count. Little did we know, this would be Austin's final match of his career, as his neck and other bodily ailments had finally caught up with him. You can see the respect between the two, personally and professionally, and at the end of the match, The Rock leaned over and thanked Austin, telling him he loved him, with Austin responding how he loved him too. This rivalry still stands the test of time today. I can't think of another that brought so many emotions to us, the fans, from that iconic Limp Bizkit promo to the in-ring face-to-face stare-downs. It was a spectacle of a night. Excitement was in the air, something you can only experience by being a wrestling fan. The Rock would go on to a full-time schedule in Hollywood, making blockbuster after blockbuster movie, while Stone Cold would retire from the squared circle and pursue other ventures, like movies, his Broken Skull sessions, and even his own beer, the Steve Austin Broken Skull American Lager. The wrestling business was stomped and electrified when these two hit the ring. Memories for a lifetime. I'm just grateful I was there to witness it all. I smelt what The Rock was cooking, and for damn sure I felt Austin's bottom line. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Sharpshooter Rivals. If you have a suggestion for episode 2, let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'd love to know your thoughts on this episode and this epic rivalry, so please leave a comment and I'll catch you in the next one.